She protect, she attack, but most importantly, she lack consistency. What's up, guys? Today we're giving an unfiltered opinion on Overwatch's very own Ana. I love playing as Ana. I absolutely love playing as Ana. She's currently my most played hero. I've always been a huge fan of everything about her. She's an important lore character. Her sniper rifle play acts more as a carbine than anything else in this game, and that's fine by me in terms of purpose. I'm personally not a fan of sharpshooter character tropes unless there's a bigger payoff than just offing people when you feel like it, and she takes a lot of skill even outside of aim. She's also kind of distant, even if her interactions are of the warmest in this game. It's kind of her entire design philosophy. She's small, unnoticeable for the enemy team, and in all of her skins, well, most of her skins, she distances herself from her team and her own humanity with masks and cloaks. It's kind of ghostly. She's something born of aloofness, impersonality, and trauma. The perfect sniper in, her line in this world, and my kind of hero. Kind of. Here's my thesis today. Ana isn't as bad as people make her out to be. Her win rate might indicate she needs a slight buff, but now she just actually feels kind of bad because of how complex she is, and consequently how hard it is for the game to measure how well you're doing and how good you feel playing as her as opposed to other players. Ana feels problematic on a myriad of levels, and it all stems from the dissonance she represents as a healer with a gun. She needs better map knowledge and awareness than Mercy to survive. She can't do anything to anyone without facing them, much like McCree. She's a sniper who can't find easy high ground or run. She's a healer who doesn't have reliable sustain. She has devastatingly hard CC that requires her teammates to know exactly how it works, and if they don't, then you can all just fucking die. Now, these are all soft comparisons for Ana. There is one issue that needs to be taken apart when hard comparing her to, the other healers. I'm going to call this the Mercy can't miss argument. So, healers are considered an easy role most of the time because aim isn't generally how they accomplish it. Timing and pocketing is how you save and sustain value targets. Direct comparisons come up often, like numerical comparisons from Mercy, the healer incarnate, and Moira, who has really good healing per second, actually half a Zenyatta ult's job in a corridor. Ana can contest that if all of her shots land, and use her anti-nade in the right time. She can out-heal Mercy at optimal levels, so why even compare her if she lands all her shots? She's obviously out of their league. Hold up. If all her shots land, most people at the highest level of this game average 40 to 50% of their shots. Personally, with using Xbox aim assist, whatever console isn't skilled, I land 43 unscoped, 45 scoped. Nades are amazing at what they do, but if you're playing at a sensitivity reminiscent of neck break and you're hitting everyone in your line of sight, every ally, every enemy, with all 14 of your shots being the best Ana player of all time, getting every shot on every angle, I'm fucking reporting you. Even if you're on my team, if Widow McCree had that much presence in the kill feed consistently, they're aimbotting. It shouldn't be different for Ana in normal combat situations because, again, she kind of plays by the rules. So to be safe, slicing her max healing output numbers in halves or even in fourths, because, come on, most people don't even hit that much, would be more accurate. She's not comparable to primary healers unless you're a robot or you're just on fire. And even then, not everyone's on fire all the time. Now here, I could labor this, but I'm going to move on to the mobility argument, or what I like to call the Tracer complex. See this? There's Tracer. Tracer is a hero that, true to British history, encroaches on the freedom of less mobile entities with her advanced technology, and remains a pervasive issue until she's dead, or you're deprived of resources. God save the Queen. That is to say, if a Tracer worth her salts on the map, you'd be doing your team a favor to switch off on and take a better chance at victory, because she's gonna find you, and eventually this happens. This isn't a Tracer complaint specifically. If gross mobility is an Ana counter, sure, every hero needs their checks. But she's also a sharpshooter hero, kind of like McCree and Widow, so immediately neutralizing people isn't as easy as her trailer makes it look. Again, no one's shooting is that good all the time. For some people, not even half the time. And I've watched enough Gale and Kefri to know that even dudes who can out-widow pro players like nothing underperform on Ana at the worst of times. Bottom line, she can't move or evade that well. She puts your basic movement mechanics to the test when you're being hunted down by the likes of Rebosaurus Rex or the British bomber herself or other people. Getting out of danger is exhilarating and stressful at the same time, but you really only have 3 tools: a jump button and a sleep dart, the last being your environment. So, time to become Jackie Chan, I guess? Now, I don't know about you, but playing Ana is my favorite thing to do because, to me right now, she's currently the equivalent of picking Dan in Street Fighter 4. She's silly serious, she has half effective moves when compared to her contemporaries, and when you know you're doing well, it feels personally more insulting to the enemies that you're teabagging. Nothing is more satisfying than winning a sniper duel versus Widow. Things that make the enemy team go, really? Like sleeping a Genji when he tries to solo ultra in a corner, or killing a Pharah who already got off a direct hit in a 1v1 duel, or, you know, sleep darting her ult too. It's really cool. If you're doing better than anyone at any one thing on your team who isn't Ana, they should probably switch. Which is,
Oh, you look tired.
Oh, no, 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 no.
all this comparison to others on her team brings me to my third argument, which is kind of twofold concerning her uses and overall satisfaction from doing so. 3A. Teammates that play selfishly make her even more ineffective. Roadhog, come to me for healing. Don't press your heel in the team fight. So, this might just be a personal issue on Xbox, but people don't ever join the chat even in ranked, but Ana can't save stupid people like most supports can. Moira can just dab a heal ball, worst case scenario, and spam her stream, and she can also keep up with people with her dash to stay behind mobile people to pocket. Mercy doesn't even have to be facing the person she's beaming. And if your controls are broken, if you got how to walk, she can literally just dash to them. Zenyatta has more than decent damage for being secondary, and Brigitte is so currently strong that pro players are either playing her as a third DPS who can also just be part of a triple healer comp, or they're scouting her out on attack to see if they have to change her entire team composition to accommodate Brigitte's presence. Lucio's alright. I mean, he's got damage, he's got mobility, he's got heals. He's brain dead in terms of what his primary function is. And even then, his utility is pretty good. And speaking of which, 3B, what Ana excels at isn't measured by the game. At least it seems. So here's a PSA, Blizzard. Heal denial isn't a number tracked during gameplay. If it were, Ana players would feel tons better and get a lot more cards and objective time and assists like we have to. Blizzard, please track denied healing or manipulated healing for end cards. And while you're at it, track sleep dodge percentage like you would hooks, please. Thanks. Moving on. Ana doesn't get medals or play of the game. Everyone knows this. If you have medals on your team, then someone on your team, if you're playing seriously, is not playing right. Or you're just solo healing. Which, you know, to be fair, is basically all I even doing. But Ana is a utility character. One of the truest design supports in this game. She's not designed to kill people explicitly, even though she can, but everyone can. But to turn the tide by manipulating how the battle goes where she can manipulate it. How would the battle go if certain heroes couldn't regain health? Would this team fight be one if Reinhardt was suddenly taken by narcolepsy? She works much differently than just keeping health gauges topped while using a primary weapon to supplement the team's damage output hiding behind her takes. Even though that's what she can do, most of the time that's not what your goal is to be an effective Ana. Worse, she commands attention for a multitude of reasons that her current power level doesn't really answer. Now I want you to put a big ass asterisk next to that because I'm going to explain later. She's just a friggin' sniper. In the lore, she's a mother, I guess. She's a warm presence. But people want her dead on sight. Sniper, healer, doesn't matter. This
One shot, one kill.
thing, not a thing with her. Under no circumstances can she do that. That quote, fuck, what a lie. Whatever. The enemy refuses to ignore an Ana because of what she can do. Because despite my ranting and puffing, she might be the most clutch hero in this entire fucking game. When things go right and you hear that fire sound, they go right. Big nade to a crowd, heal your divers, ult the Mercy she passes your line of sight for 0.1 second, ult the blading Genji and get that 6k team kill. Yeah, you might have bronzed healing due to this guy, and that play of the game was literally only possible with you in the team, but goddammit, you were the badass to let it all become possible. Her team impact at optimal play is just game-changing, and that's why the balanced team is so cautious about her. But if I could speak from experience as a long-time Ana player, I just don't think she needs much change. She doesn't need raw damage on her nader rifle. She doesn't need a movement speed buff on her ultimate. She most fucking definitely doesn't need a second fucking sleep dart. You kick something quality of life. If I could propose, I would either make her hit scan shots pierce, but if that sounds too crazy, definitely let her double tap her grenade to crush it in her hands. Having the range and cooldown that would be pretty cool. If that's not enough, letting it give a slight movement speed buff to herself if thrown and not crushed would be a hell of a quality of life change I'd be 100% down with. Okay, enough spitballing. Actually, enough of this. Guys, this has been my unfiltered opinion on Ana. TLDR, I don't think she's that bad. It's just hard to know when she's impactful when she works much differently than her contemporaries without proper metrics to measure how truly effective she is. I don't think she's a primary healer. She's not half DPS, half support. She's an active utility character who just requires more game knowledge and skill from everyone involved in her team to shine as brightly as possible. And that's because her job is to literally make others shine and prosper while she tries to be as incognito as possible. She might just be unrewarding for those used to how this game feeds us our endorphins. And that's it. I'm pretty much done here, but you know, there's more unfiltered opinions coming, but whatever. This has been Kimiro, your favorite internet ghost. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, or if I'm wrong. Leave a like if you liked the video. Maybe subscribe, stick around, see what comes next. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.